I really start from Marcia. She's got together link.
I agree.
So, let's get started.
There's something to chill
Okay, so togetherlink.com, connecting hearts one link at a time. So basically what TogetherLink is TogetherLink is a first of its kind to bring people together with a new way of finding romance on the internet by allowing family and friends to link you to that special someone. You can kind of consider it like the LinkedIn model for singles. Okay, so, and it's geared, of course, for single individuals actually looking for a date. Just because you're single doesn't necessarily mean you're looking for somebody. So, you gotta break that down. And our customer can be found on somebody who's already using social media for connections. They're already going to data sites, and they go in the bars and lounges to look for somebody. So I did customer interviews, several people, just finding out what their experience was like on online dating, what they liked, didn't like, who would they trust to recommend them for a date, how did they meet people in their last relationships, and how they're currently looking for somebody. So what I found out was when people who did try online dating, they didn't like the people profiles weren't accurate. Either old pictures were up there. They come to find out, even though they might have had some kind of relatedness, they didn't actually have the same goals when it came to that. But a lot of them would try it again, so that was a good thing. Now, for those people who didn't try online dating, they didn't like the stigma that was attached to it, or the fact of meeting strangers just wasn't attracted to them at all. Right. So, like I said, so what problem would I be solving is creating a way for family and friends to recommend for dates. Because a lot of people say they did trust if a bestie or a brother or sister recommended them for somebody for a date, they did value and trust that recommendation. So again, who is my customer? Well, a single individual who is actually willing to take that advice from family and friends. Again, because some people don't want their family in their business. So this way, these are people who are actually willing to have their family and friends give them advice. My riskiest assumption is that they will actually use a website or even a mobile device to allow them to do that, as opposed to just a phone call or when they happen to be someplace social. So how will I test that? Is really creating a sign-up page with an invitation for family and friends to join. And what will be my measure is actually not the sign-up, but the actual people who would accept the invitation for the person, from the person, looking for the date. Because you can sign up and you can invite people, but if nobody's willing to assist you in that, then you're back to square one. Basically, this is my main canvas, and basically what's unique about what I'm offering is the fact that you can have a collective effort in helping you find a date, as opposed to traditionally where online dating deals with an algorithm and can be somewhat impersonal. And not only that, well, when I go to products and features, I'll get into that. So basically, my biggest rival would be, of course, outside of the big competition, which is your Match.com and your eHarmony. You also have these niche sites, which are really specific, whether it's Christian.com, CowboyMeets.com. So that is one. And then, of course, the threat of substitution is still the same old way that people are doing it now with matchmaking friends and stuff, playing matchmakers and blind dates. Now, the interesting thing about the online dating market is that there are 38% of single adults who are actively looking for love, and there's reports and stuff to support that. And over 41 million in the U.S. alone have tried online dating. And that the annual revenue from all these combined online dating sites is $1.25 billion, and that an average customer spends $239 a year once they are on a site and stuff like that. And our biggest competition, and I forgot the word billion, but like Match.com annual revenue is actually $550 million a year. So I have two personas here. One is the single, educated, employed female. She's 25 to 45. She's a heavy computer user. She's also a smartphone owner. And she trusts her family and friends for recommendations, but yet she still goes out and is willing to meet people. But then I have a single male who is an online dater males are actually, when it comes to who use online dating, males are actually a bigger percentage. And they are also educated, but they're primarily smartphone and app users. They're on the go. And unlike women, guys are willing to ask other guys, yo, you should know so-and-so, would you be willing to hook me up? You know, so, and they do frequent bars and lounge. So, one of the things that people are concerned with when it comes to online dating is that they really trust a person. So one of the things is, if you accept the invitation, you become Cupid. And you get to actually not only recommend dates, but you also get to create a rating system to say, yes, so-and-so would be a good match, and you can add accolades for that person. Just like if you have your profile, there's a lot of times there's certain things about us that we wouldn't put in our profile, but family and friends will brag, like, oh yeah, she's a good cook, you know, he loves dogs. So these type of things that you normally wouldn't put in your profile, your family and friends can add that. So that way people can really get to know you more, as opposed to just with that little bio you get from a dating site. Okay, so the process would be, you would sign up, you would create the traditional user profile with some of these questions that you'll answer, but the thing is you'll be able to send invitations, and you can send it whether it be a text, even with, because we'll be integrated with Twitter, create a hashtag for yourself, like hashtag help me find love, whatever, and other special ones. And so the matrix that we'll be using is not just only the user signups are great, but the invitation, like I said, would be key. And then of course, where the money is, which would be your paid users. Okay, and the business model would be freemium, monthly paid subscription, target advertising, data provider for the dating industry. And the roadmap would be me just creating, like I said, sign in and stuff like that. And last but not least is TogetherMake.com. We believe there's a soulmate out here for everyone. Let's connect hearts one link at a time.
Any questions?
Dude, every South Asian on the planet is going to use it. I know I said this when you talked about it initially, but like this is literally how South Asians marry each other. This is the actual process, and you just take it online, which is going to be amazing because like people are running around in America dating non-South Asians, and their aunts and uncles and grandparents are back in India freaking out that they might marry like a white person or and so this will be awesome. This will be like seriously like all 1 billion South Asians will sign up. Don't ever tell my mother about that. That's what I'm asking.
So
Never.
the person setting up the profile, can they play gatekeeper? Because like you said,
Yes, it's because they get to actually, because you get to invite who you want.
okay.
You have total control who'll be able to say yes, who can view and help you and assist
You
you.
know how the dudes are.
Yeah, no.
Because of this fly right now, I'm trying to talk to her, but.
So, to actually control that. So it's not just some randomness of saying, oh, I see Brooke's profile, let me be able to help them hook them up. Nah, you get to control who you invite.
Okay.
How do you
It's amazing.
how do you make the app sticky enough to continuously incentivize friends and family to recommend?
So what ends up happening is once somebody is playing Cupid, they have a vested interest, so they will be able to not only be able to go back and forth with you, but like say if you're interested in somebody, you can actually ask your Cupid, hey, this is who I'm interested in, so you get to keep engagement going back and forth to Cupid and the person who also created that date for you.
But would they do it again?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, maybe in the Southeast Asian group. I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate because have you heard of the dating ring?
No.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna date tomorrow.
So they're a YC back company that I helped kind of start like a year ago, and they're a matchmaking service, 100%. But like the matchmakers work for the dating ring, so they have an incentivization to like keep matching people.
Well, that's what I'm doing, because that will be paid compliments outside of just your original network.
They're too easy.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark. That's fantastic.